Hey y'all, I am just let me post this video to TikTok real quick, and then I'm gonna do the second layer of waves on all this stuff. So good morning y'all. And 1 second. This is the part 8 to the that ocean river dusk, the river table that I'm doing. This is part 8 to that I'm putting up right now. Epoxy resin. I guess we'll just do this one. Huh. Alright. So I will post this one. So this video is kind of funky. It's a little bit funky. Dude, I'm on conspiracy talk, I swear to God. Like, everything that comes up on my stuff is about the vaccines and, like, reptilians and stupid stuff like that. I swear to God. I don't know. That's... Okay, so... Oh, Lord. Who's calling me? Hold on 1 second, y'all. What's up, babe?
Hello?
Hey.
Nothing, how's it going?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
For ya?
yeah, he's on his, Google thing with his teacher. We might have to reschedule his appointment tomorrow.
Why?
I have a baby doctor appointment.
Do you really?
Yo.
What? Oh, no, wait, you live in the text me. Maybe it's gonna be done here a little bit.
It's at 12:30.
12:30?
Yo.
Okay. I have to come with me and then maybe I can take them.
Okay.
I'm gonna call them right now and see what's going on.
Alright, baby.
Alright. Love you.
I love you too. Bye. Sorry about that, yo. Sorry. Anyways. Alright, so I'm going to set up my YouTube camera. And then we're going to put on... We got Stone Coat countertops again. I did have to run my heater last night because it was chilly. And I'm also... Let me see. I'm going to use counterculture for my waves. I'm going to use... Oh, you can't see it. Hold on, let me take this sticker off. So this is the white pigment that I'm using. Armor Art epoxy pigment. It's counterculture DIY Armor Art pigment for waves and water effects. And this stuff gives you really, really cool lacing, and it gives you really good lacing and cells. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is keep a little bit of clear out. Give me 1 second. Alright. So, got our little sticks and stuff. The teal that I'm going to use, y'all, is this one. It's by Resin Obsession, and it is called Transparent Teal. So, I'm going to use clear, transparent teal, and counterculture white. And that's going to be my second set of waves. You know what somebody told me? They messaged me and they saw epoxy on the outside of my cups. how much would it be to start a business? To start this? I just did a YouTube video on the basic tools that you need. That is it, the basics. It's got a couple of upgrades. I started my business with 140 bucks. So basically, I used my dude's drills. He had drills, but he does concrete, so when he didn't need them, I used them. That was to put my molds together, my frames, like the frames to hold the river tables like this. So basically you can do a couple of ways. If you look right here, I use a nail gun. Basic start, I'm telling you right now. So the basics to start, I just did a YouTube video on the basic tools that you need to start. I started with my dude's drills, a janky ass miter saw that it was an old chop saw, but all I needed to do was just cut the frames to the length of the table that I was doing. The only thing I bought was cheap epoxy from that I would not dream of using. It was that Famo wood from it was that True Value, but they also sell it at Lowe's and Home Depot. I never suggest using that stuff. I have, if you look at my website, the link is in my bio. So if you go here, oops, hold on, I'm not getting you that code. So if you go here to my bio here on TikTok, and you go right above the Q&A, if you click this link right here, then it takes you to web browser, and that goes to my blog. So there's blog posts there about the epoxy that you need, or I suggest using. I got a blog post that I did not hit post yet too, but that'll be out today, and that's on what epoxy is the right one. So basically, it's telling you what application, like say this ocean table is going to be, like these ocean themed things are going to be different epoxies than this right here. So you're going to need a casting epoxy for here, and then and then a different one for this. This is a coating epoxy. So but yeah, it's not a lot of money. Like I didn't even have $200, and my daughter needed medical attention. She needed ongoing breathing and swallowing therapy, and we were in Ann Arbor for months because of her airway, and I had 100 and some bucks. I don't even think it was 150 bucks, and I bought a palm router and a small $37 thing of epoxy, and I made my first side table. I remember the first time I ever used epoxy. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I poured with that Famo wood. I poured like probably a 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch. I poured about a 1/4 inch, and it started smoking because it was a tabletop epoxy and not a casting resin. It started smoking and stuff, but nothing else happened. Like no negative, nothing happened. So then I just went in layers from there, and then I flattened it back out. I started with a little palm router and a $15 mortising bit off of Amazon. Maybe it was like $9.99 the bit, and yeah. So and then I went from that. And please don't think that I'm bragging this up, but when I speak about money, I'm telling you because right now, and I want you to see me when I'm telling you this. Have you still got the table? No, it's sold. Bro, it's sold. That table sold in a day, minutes. Like that table is sold. Look at my hair. So anyways, yeah, so that one sold, and then I made another one, and that one sold. And then I was like, well, I'm going to make a Facebook group, right? So I made a Facebook group, and I do got pictures of the table, and I will post that. But, so I went from I think it was like 140 bucks or $138 or something like that. And, cause I was just like, what do I need? So I needed a router to flatten my stuff. and I needed a mortising bit to go in the router, and I needed epoxy. And then I got these cheap mica powders off of Amazon. I think it was like $7.99 for 12 of them. And I used those. They're off-brand, not even a name. And I still use them sometimes. I mean, they got pretty colors. They got like the 28 packs and stuff on Amazon. You can use eyeshadow. People color epoxy with everything. So anyways, I went from that. Yay! So I went from that to, I made $68,000 my first year in business. And I have 2 shops and all the tools that I want and need. So this is possible. This is possible. And that's my goal. So like my goal is to help you, if you want to, do what I did. And I have the layout of it. And I just like, it did not come easy. Like I tell you, you have to work for this. I probably slept 3 to 4 hours a night, and you don't gotta work like that. But I did it for a purpose. I was doing it for my daughter. So I grinded like that. Like I was on the grind. Like that was it. Like all I saw was her. A lot of people work and they see money signs. I saw my daughter being alive. So that's why I went as hard as I went. So after that, honestly, you want to know something? I worked for 6 or 7 months without ever using casting resin. I was scared of it. Nobody tells you about this stuff. Like you watch all these YouTube videos and like the people on YouTube, I've messaged these people and I've talked to these people, and I'm not going to call them out because this is how they make their living. But the people on YouTube, a lot, not all of them, but a lot of them, when I ask them questions, they'll tell me, Nita, this is the first time I've ever done this. I was just doing a video. Like, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to sell it. They've never done it before, or it's just something to give a family member or something like that. So, yeah, after hearing that, I'm like, damn, okay, so who can I trust and what can I trust on here? So that is why I started my website with my blog. And I know I don't got a lot of stuff on there. I probably got like 5 or 6 or 7 posts. But I have 2 kids, and this is what I do all day. I work. And then when I don't work, then I want to spend time with my babies. So I got to choose between, okay. And then when I'm on the computer and stuff, and I'm editing videos and working on my website and all this, I feel like I'm not working unless I'm actually, like, getting dirty. Does anybody else ever feel like that? I'm in Vassar by Frankenmuth. Thank you, Darlene. That is greatly appreciated. Just so you know, all those little gifty things, that goes to laryngomalacia awareness. So my daughter, what I was talking about with her health and stuff, so the soft airway that kept collapsing is called laryngomalacia. And majority of babies that die from SIDS actually die from a soft airway. I didn't know that. I didn't even know what laryngomalacia was. So there's tracheomalacia, bronchiomalacia, and laryngomalacia. One's above the voice box, at the voice box, and under. Hers is under the voice box. That's why all the doctors kept telling me that I was crazy. So, yeah, I donate that to a laryngomalacia awareness because it's scary. If you haven't seen the videos of my baby gasping for air. Deckerville, Ann Arbor. Yep, Ann Arbor, we spent months at U of M, and I had to go down there all the time for her therapy and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to set this up so I'm not going to be able to... Ann Arbor is about it's an hour and 45 minutes away from me is where Ann Arbor is. So I'm going to set these up. And then I'm going to... Hold on, I'm going to turn you guys around because I'm going to set up another camera so that way I can post to TikTok because while I'm live, I can't record on my phone. So, but yeah. Anywho, where are you by? Frankenmuth. You ever heard of Bronner's in Frankenmuth? I'm like 10 minutes away from there. Maybe 15. Alright, guys. Let's go get my other phone stand. Because I just got out my other phone. So that way I could record for TikTok, record for YouTube, and record for y'all. Because, like I said, time is not my friend. Every time I say time is not my friend, somebody thinks that I'm like dying from something. I swear to God. But when I say time is not my friend, I just mean that I don't have enough hours in the day. My grandson has tracheomalacia, and they literally do nothing. Sorry about that. Right. So there's basically, they say it peaks at 10 to 11 months. And look up kiln dried live edge slabs or kiln dried slabs, or you got to know the words to look for, and you will find a lot. Like somebody told me that, oh, we don't got wood over here, and I literally typed it into Facebook, and it was everywhere. So if you need help with that, shoot me your. Okay, I was like, what did I do with the other phone? Good morning. If you need help with that, shoot me your stuff, and I will help you out. My Instagram link is in my bio as well. So, all right, guys. Sorry you cut out. About the wood, is that what you're talking about? I cut out about the wood. I'm sorry. The wood I get from a local mill. I stick with like one or two. Just because I know he knows how to kiln dry wood. One thing that I do suggest getting would be a moisture reader. And I did a video about that as well. Did I do a video about it, or did I do a blog post about it? Or did I just post it in the Resin group? I don't know, I did something. Okay, so we'll set that up. And then, so bear with me. I know I don't put out as many videos as I should for YouTube, or I thought you were saying something. Do you have a brick and mortar location? No, honey. Just my house. I do have my stuff in a couple of stores, and I do like the little shows and stuff, the artisan markets and stuff like that. I did 2 last year. They did do 1 through the pandemic, thank goodness. And okay, let me mix my white. But I have a website, an Etsy page, and I drive all of my traffic to Facebook. Basically, probably 90% of my sales go through Facebook and PayPal. So yeah, commented on my video. Alright, so this is going to be my white. I don't know how much waves I'm going to do, but I'm assuming a few. Alright, and I'm, like I said, if you're just getting here, I'm using counterculture for the white. In the middle of creating, it's hard to remember. Oh, come on. Hard to remember what, babe? I got pregnancy brain. I just found out that was a thing yesterday. I've been wondering why I forget to message clients back, and why I feel like I'm losing my mind and I can't, like, I used to be so on top of my game, and like now, I seriously feel like I can't remember anything. I feel like I smoke weed and I don't. Like, I haven't smoked in freaking like probably 8 years. And that's what I feel like. I feel like, huh? What? Seriously. And plus I'm pregnant, so you can't do that. Baby are the brain cells. Yeah, they're taking my brain cells. You never got your brain back? Dude, I didn't even know it was a thing. Seriously, like I swear to God, I did not know pregnancy brain was a thing. Did not know that. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to let you see real quick. I'm just going to put clear on these pieces. So I'm going to put clear. And I'm not going to go all the way forward. I'm just going to give the clear something to ride on. So I can't read your stuff right now. I'm sorry. But adding the clear is going to, that's how I'm going to ride the waves on it. So, and I'll bring you over here and let you see this as well. Sorry, I got to duck and dodge my light because my lighting in here is horrible. How far along are you? I'm 13 or 14 weeks, something like that. I'm having a little girl. We got the genetic testing and everything was normal. She's healthy. Nothing. Because spinal bifida and Down syndrome. I have a cousin that's got Down syndrome. So they like to do the testing on my babies. And I'm 35 now, so I guess I'm too old. And a high risk pregnancy? That's nice. Alright guys, so for this now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that transparent blue. So I got to come over here in front of the YouTube camera. Sorry, I'm just dragging you along for the ride. Alright, so we're going to add, thank you, transparent blue, or transparent teal, sorry. And I'm not going to put a lot because I still want it to be like super see-through. I just want to add depth to the bottom layers is all. So, this is that color. I might add a little bit more. I think I will. I've got so much stuff to do today. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to add just a little bit more. So I've got deep ocean, like transparent ocean blue, and that just reminds me of like a lake or something. This reminds me of a tropical beach, like this teal. I don't know, that's why I really like to use this one than the other ones. Okay, so there's that. And one way to check your color, did you ever get your shirts done? No, I didn't. Seriously, I did not get my shirts done. I told you I have pregnancy brain. Like, I have people asking me and stuff, and I freaking forgot. Like, I think I got overwhelmed just with the amount of people and confused. Like, okay, so people are telling me that I should go with screen printing. And I don't even know where there's screen printers. Like, I don't even know what that is. Then I had people telling me that, like, I messed the shirts up. And I'm like, bro, I work with wood. I don't even work with clothes. Like, I don't want to work with clothes. I just want to buy them. Like, what? Oh, you should have did this, and you should have blah, blah, blah. I said, I got a Cricut machine that I refuse to do clothes with. Like, I don't want to do clothes. I work with wood. I like wood. When I first, this is one thing. They're not. Help then. Help me. Help me, please. Seriously, hit me up after this. I'll be in the shop. When I go in my other shop, I don't get service. You know how I cut out? Well, that's because it's a steel building with a steel roof. And I don't get service. So, hit me up and I pick up the baby around, let's find her a good spring printer. Yes, please help me. I would greatly appreciate that, man, for real. Like, okay, so this is the Counterculture White. I was really nervous about taking my baby to daycare just because she's spoiled. And that's my baby. Like, I've had so many problems, you know what I mean? That, I was just like, I don't know. I was scared, I guess. But she's doing so good. Like, I think I was more emotional than she was, honestly. I know I was. I was way more emotional than she was. She was fine. When I got there to pick her up, she was like, she just pointed at me and was like, Mama? And my grandson goes to the same daycare, and he was the one that was crying. He was like, Grandma, can we go home? I was like, oh, bud, I'm not here for you. Sorry. Okay, so I'm putting that teal, like the transparent teal on here. And what that's going to do is that's going to kind of just add a layer of very light color over the waves underneath it. And it just looks really, 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 really cool. It adds a lot of depth to these pieces. So, can you see what I'm doing? Let me come over here. Do they? Like, Grandma, can we go home? It's like, oh, baby. Daddy's on his way. Because his dad works with Matt, which is my dude. No, I'm not married. Somebody said something about my husband. Oh, damn. My dress got stuck in the light. Okay. So we're doing the teal, and I'm just doing all this because the longer you let your resin set in like a mass, which is this cup, the longer you do that, then it's gonna have like it's gonna overheat. It's gonna overheat faster, and that's not good. So we don't want that. Exothermic reaction. See, there's that doggone pregnancy brain again. And I'm going to have to mix some more because I was doing fuchsia for this one and I didn't do it. Okay. So this will go in the other table. Alright guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands and I'm just going to rub everything. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread stuff out and then torch it. And yes, I do it with my hands. So I'm just going to make sure it's like going over the edges. I really like it when my waves go over the edges. I really, 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 really like that. When the cells and all of that are just like dripping down the edge. That is so sexy to me, like, I swear to God. So that's what I'm going to make sure this is doing. So that way when I do the white, it'll just flow right over. So somebody had asked me yesterday, how do I get the resin to not go over the whole piece of wood? So basically if your stuff is level, before, like, you see how, like, it's not going to really go that way unless I'll break that. Like, if I move it there and I get that part wet. You ever seen water flowing and it just won't flow unless you, like, it's so hard to explain. You gotta, like, break the surface tension to get it to go there, pretty much. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. I hope I made sense. I know I don't make sense sometimes, but I feel like I'm trying to. Thank you. So these right here, this is going to be an e-course of how to take $100 and turn it into 1,000. Because I'm not spending nothing more than $100 in about an hour. The only reason I'll spend more than an hour on these is because I'm going live, and going live and moving the camera and all of that takes me way more time than just running around and pouring by myself. So it's the only time that, it's the only reason that I would be working on these for more than an hour fully, like for the full process. Alright, so I'm going to change my gloves, I'm going to run white, and then I'm going to push it. Okay, so let me I forgot which camera I'm using, guys. There you are. Capillary action. Dude, I'll make it. I'll make it. I'll make the group. Okay, so we're going to heat up the resin. Hold on, y'all. Because I gotta show this one. Seriously, we should. Because it is a thing. And I don't care who says it ain't. Because my dude was like, pregnancy brain, that's not a thing. Shitting me. You must have a big... Yes, I do. I've got one too. I used to have to pour in the house in a room. I probably got like 3 masks. But yes, I have a... It's basically like an air cleaner. So it cleans the air in 2 minutes. They were on sale at Rockler for like $280. And I like my kids to be able to come out to my shops, so I got one for each shop. One for the dust over there and one for the chemicals over here. And yes, so when we finished this garage, we finished it so that way it would ventilate out of the top and be heated from the bottom. So our heating is in our cement floors. And I know they look a hot ass mess, but there's actually tubes that go through the floors and carry hot water to, like, through the floors, and they heat our floors. So we got a big old hot water tank, or hot water heater, whatever. And that's how my shop is heated, and then it ventilates out of the top with a fan, and yeah, science. So the only time I really wear my mask is if I'm like all up in it, like over it while I'm heating it, because if I can smell a fume, like if I can smell it, but I use 0% VOC. All the epoxies that I recommend are like non-VOC, and they have very low levels of BS. I never thought this would happen, but I'm almost at 1,000 subs on YouTube. So when I get to 1,000 subs on YouTube, I'm doing a giveaway for epoxy. And I'm also going to partner with, Rockler and that woodworking company. So I'll partner with them and a couple of other, like Star Bond and Eye Candy. And I'm going to get a hold of Eye Candy because I want them also to throw in some of their pigments, and if they won't, then I'll do it through Black Diamond. So I'm at like 800 and some subs, and let me get some gloves on. Darth Vader. Alright, so now that my resin's heated up, what epoxy do you use? I got so many videos on this with the links and the promo codes. Promo code FluidWood20, and it is called Incredible Solutions. www.incrediblesolutions something. Are you in the resin group? Because if you are, it's in there. If you're in that resin group, it's in there. It's Incredible Solutions, but this is a different epoxy. This is not that. This is a coating epoxy instead. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my heat gun. There's so many cameras and lights and cords. Oh my god. This is a mess. Can you buy the resin in Europe? So this resin that I'm using right here, they do international shipping, and I'm pretty sure they go to Europe. This resin is called Stone Coat Countertops. And I am almost positive that they go to Europe. I know they go to Africa. I'm pretty sure that they do, yes. Okay. So when we pushed this, it got a little bit thick right there, huh? But it's okay. So I'm gonna heat it up first. So heat it up and then it'll move a lot better. So I'm just gonna heat it up. And you'll see when it's heated up because it'll want to move. And if you get the ones with the dial on the back, you can adjust your heat temperature, like all the temperatures of your heat and all that. So then you can make it do everything you want it to do. See how it wants to move now? See that? Alright, now we're gonna go. Okay, here's a tip. If you're, say you just did that, right? Okay, you're like, well, damn, I didn't get no cells. All right, check this out. And let me bring the camera over here so this can be part of that course. So I'm going to show you. Let me get you off of here. So just using a torch, I'm going to show you how I can create cells and lacing. Okay? And if you want to know what cells and lacing are, they're like, it looks like lace. They're like holes. And so I'm going to take my torch. This pops bubbles, but it also creates the cells. So don't hold, see, you gotta be careful. Don't hold your torch on there for too long. But if you know your product, you know what to look for to stop when you have to stop, like basically. So now that I hit it with a torch, the cells are gonna pop up. Like, can you see them? And they'll continue to pop up. Okay? Are you? Okay, so I gotta turn this because it is not level and I don't want it to go that way. So I want it to go backwards. Alright, so I'm gonna do the rest of these now. And, hi. Turn off my torch, of course. Alright, so, sorry, it's so hard. I've got 3 cameras and it's not easy. Okay, I'm gonna do these little guys. Alright. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna add a wave right there. And a wave right there. And another thing that I'm going to add in here is a drizzly drop of. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to heat up the resin and then I'm going to push it. Okay? So I'm just going to heat it up. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope so. See how it wants to move? Now I push. And if it's too thick on the sides, then the only thing you do is you hit it either with a torch or a heat gun on low on the sides, and that'll reduce the drips that you get on the sides, okay? So we'll do it again here. And you'll see when it wants to move because it'll become liquid again. Because it's kind of chilly in here. I'm gonna do my big boy Lazy Susan over there. So then we'll do this one. Okay. Sorry, when I move you, I've got to move 2 others. So, and thank you for the fire. All right. But yeah, I have a 3-gallon kit of resin. I've got a couple of them. So the one, I was just going to do a giveaway, like just give it away. But then I was thinking, I'm almost to 1,500 on Instagram. And Instagram is where I promote my business and I work with other businesses. Once I get, I'm pretty sure that I'll be at 1,500 on Instagram when I'm at 1,000 on YouTube, I hope. So, I'm going to promote the giveaway through Instagram and YouTube. It doesn't matter if you're not following me on both of those platforms, but that's probably where it might matter because you might have to follow them on Instagram. But I'll give the directions in the YouTube, and that'll just be a big-ass giveaway that, like, companies are basically going to give me stuff to give away. My arm's not bending the right way. Hold on, I'm gonna pick this up. There we go. That one got really celly, didn't it? Look at all them damn cells in there. Look at this. Wow. Look at all that lacing. Look at them cells. That's crazy. Yeah, my Instagram, actually, if you go to my bio up in the, you know how you like click my name, my picture or whatever down there? The Instagram, the little box is right there. It's right under my name. It's by my website and all of that goodness. So let me move my cameras over. And then I'm going to start down here. We'll start with this one. And then work our way down. Somebody's asking me for help and I can't help them right now. Probably straight one over curved. Somebody needs help and I can't help them right now.